In this episode, we sit down with one of South Africa's most celebrated culinary voices, Chef Kat Mlambo. From hosting MasterChef South Africa seasons 5 and 6 to cooking for global icons like President Obama and Jay-Z, Kat's journey is a testament to passion, perseverance, and creative excellence. His story spans continents, from Johannesburg to Europe and America, where he's refined his craft and developed a culinary philosophy rooted in culture, authenticity, and fearless innovation. In our conversation, we dive into his evolution as a chef, the challenges behind the glamour, and the power of using food as a language of connection and storytelling. This is M Sessions, and today, we explore the art, the grind, and the legacy of Chef Kat Mlambo.
Proudly sponsored by The Billionaire's Choice. M Sessions with Golf, where luxury meets legacy.
Jeez, we've been waiting for this premiere
Brother, it's
for
been
quite a while.
They say good things come to those that wait.
That is true. That is very true. That's very true. My brother, thank you very much for honoring the invitation. Very glad to have you. It's his first podcast, by
It's
the
my
way.
first podcast. I'm so stoked. I'm nervous. My first time doing this. Like, what are we doing? But I'm very excited.
I'm not worried. This guy's doing a lot on TV, so that whole personality, you'll find it right here with Golf. And we're live with M Sessions. Welcome to the very third episode. It's been a milestone trying to put it together, but hey, we're here.
Let's rock. Let's rock, dog.
All right. Well, I would like to start this whole thing from the beginning.
Yes.
Because that's where the existence of who Katlego is,
Yeah.
Stems from.
Sure.
Yeah. What are the strongest influences of your childhood that formulated who we see now?
My guy. I mean, I'll
and
be
take
honest
us
with
way
you.
back, like way.
The crazy thing is that in Eldos, I grew up in Eldos, so and a lot of people would never believe this. And they normally say that behind every successful man is a woman, and I was brought up by like 4 amazing women. I mean, the queen of the tribe was Ukokwam, my mom, and my 2 aunties, and I think they're the people that shaped who I am. Because that's the thing. Most thought I was a very naughty kid, very naughty but very shy, and when you have these people that are trying to guide you and push you, and obviously sometimes it's quite uncomfortable, but clearly they know better than us.
True.
And I guess the result is watering gently, and I blossomed into this little plant situation
that you are now.
that I am now, dog. Watch out.
So earliest influences of cooking as well. I remember you happened to mention a lot your grandmother.
Yeah.
And the influences she had.
Yeah, I think food is the one thing we all have in common, and Tina, we can relate, especially us being black and being African.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as like 1 ounce or 1 gram, or they feel, what I mean. It's a feeling, and a lot of people when they cook, they're like, how do you know when something is good?
It's intuitive.
The cliche answer is like it's intuitive, but also it's love. You know what I mean? So when they're baking, it just happens, And I think my granny, me being her sous chef on a Sunday before we go to church, we're making the scones or the Queen's cakes type situation.
Yeah.
And being there and being a sponge, and I definitely think my grandma's definitely the main OG to who I am today.
To put that sauce.
That je ne sais quoi, as the French say. That sauce, but yeah, definitely.
And I'm sure when I'm really is kitchen when
No,
church is in session.
guys, listen, I'll be honest with you. And once again, like, I'm the only child. So I think, so, I gotta, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think, I think the love that she had for me, I think I got more love than her daughters. You know what I mean? So with that being said, it's definitely something that I appreciate and I definitely absorbed. And, I carry her on my chest. I've got initials on my chest. So yeah, man, it's just one of those things, dog.
But coming up as a black kid in South Africa, around the ages that you were coming up in, how would you create that landscape to sort of give someone the idea of what life was like back then? and what the external existence of whatever that could be happening. Yeah, could have influenced you as well.
No, 100%. Dude, I mean, as I said, I come from Eldorado Park. I grew up in Eldos. It's a colored township, south of Johannesburg. And my mum also sacrificed a lot for us. Because you can see at the end of the day, our parents, they wanted to speak the Queen's English type thing. You know, they sacrificed quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I went to the school, Parkdale Primary, and I mean, the school fees were like 202 Rand a year.
Damn.
And a lot of parents struggle paying that, dog, imagine.
Yeah.
So I think I wouldn't say like we grew up super poor.
Yeah.
But we weren't balling type thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, the crazy thing I always say, like, now this whole thing of, like, being a flexitarian or being a vegan or guys, tell us, we've been vegetarians all our lives. Meat was a luxury, you know what I mean? You ate meat once a week type thing. So I think the influence was, like, also being a kid that was, like, kind of still trying to find himself and be surrounded by, like, not having any other siblings, being the only child. Still trying to find my groove. Yeah. You know, and yeah, I think that's what kind of shaped me to who I am today.
So how did you navigate finding your passions in cooking, or at what point did you realize that actually I think this is what I'm gonna do? Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, man. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a dentist. To be honest.
Jeez, never saw that one.
Dog, I had such bad teeth when I was a kid. I had like a lot of sweets.
And you're like, I need to correct.
And I remember we used to go to this one dentist. It was such a horrible man. And I said, dude, nah. I'm like, kids can't go through this. You know what I mean? Because this man, you know, dentists are meant to be like gentle as a lamb.
And super nice.
Yeah, super nice.
With the sweets.
Yeah.
Even though the sweets are the ones that ruin your teeth.
Dog, this guy was nuts. And I'm like, kids can't go through this. But I think with that journey, I was like, okay, cool, well, dentist. Hey, now teeth.
Now you're gonna do.
And I think the changing was, once again, food is it's the one love language that I have, and I think for us, especially when it's like Sunday, 7 colors, we're sitting down after church. You know what I mean? It's something you know what I mean, as a family, dog. You know, and I said, okay, this is pretty dope. You know, and in the beginning, I didn't really like take it seriously. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I'd like to do that. And then I said, whoa. But also, you know, they normally say, to a man's heart, to 3 stomach. And I really thought being a chef was a good pickup line to tell the honeys.
To tell the honey.
And I say this all the time.
I'm a chef.
No, listen, let me make you Ace Benedict. Let me make. But then you also made a
Make it make sense to me, though. Like, what's the pickup line like?
The pickup line is like, can I make you breakfast?
What?
Can I make you hollandaise from scratch?
Right.
Let me make you hollandaise from
actually,
scratch.
now this puts me back to that shout out I told you about.
Let me make you hollandaise from scratch. You know what I mean? And then you're there, but then you're never home, dog. You're never there on a Friday. You're never there on a Saturday. So there are other dates: a doctor, or a dentist, or a lawyer. But honestly, food is the one thing, dude. I always say, like, it's like music. You know, when we celebrate, we eat. When we mourn, mezila, we eat. You know, when I impress someone, you know, we take them out for a nice meal. And for me to conduct and do that, why not?
That's a beautiful way to wrap it up together, because I think because it's such a little thing that can go often unnoticed. I mean, when I take a girl out, what I have in mind is, what are we going to eat?
No.
It's like, I'm going to be spending time with this hand.
That's the thing. And you want to have a nice meal. And like the nice meal can be the simplest thing ever. You know what I mean?
Very true.
But is it nice? Did it make you feel good? You know what I mean? And that's for me, it's like, you know, that there's this term people throw around, being hangry. You know, like when you're hangry, like everything's, but when you eat, you're like, actually, no, things are not that bad. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely.
Nah, I get that. And I was going back to the shout out from, what's this, Adulting.
Adulting, dog.
Ubong is like, no, I mean, I'm so pagan.
Pagan, and she's like, call me Jamie Oliver. And he's like, no, call me Katlego Mlambo. Even for me, dog, I was like, whoa, okay. We're like that. Which for me, I think, is those small things that make such a big difference. I mean, we've been doing this for like 17 years now, dog.
Jeez, that's a very long time.
And it's been a roller coaster of a ride. A lot of nights of crying and self-doubt and asking yourself, why am I doing this? Because it sounds so cliche, it's the passion, dog. It's not about the money. The money and the fame will come. But like, I want to change the world one plate at a time. And it's so hard because food is so subjective.
True.
If you don't like potatoes, dog, whatever I do
I'm
for
not,
you,
not gonna like.
whatever. I could marinate them. Try if you don't like potatoes, it is what it is. Especially Tina and abantu bamnyama. And every time when I do something, I try to think of like how would I want to eat this if I was like ukokwe too. Because I mean, they grew up everything well done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They grew up with everything salt, if that. You know what I mean? But there's ways of like making our African cuisine sexy, dog. Bring sexy back.
And that's one thing I think you have tried to work around a lot. I think especially in your experience with kudu.
Kudu,
that was like
dude.
the prime of...
Honestly speaking, I think kudu is definitely there, but I think where I actually found my groove was when I was at Morabi, when I was at the Morabi Jazz Club.
Yeah.
And I mean, once again, I'm very blessed and I'm very lucky. I've worked for some amazing chefs, like from Lucia Roberts to Peter Timperhoff to PJ Vedas to Eric Bulpett. Like they shaped me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to John Shuttleworth. And the problem with chefs is like, when you have your own identity, dog, that's no one can tell you anything. And I think I was like still trying to fight these things. So when I went to London, kudu, for me, I'm like, I want to make South African ingredients shine, but I'm going to use international influences. I'm going to use international techniques. It'd be a crime not to do that. It's like using ChatGPT now.
Yeah.
It's there, dog. Now you want to choose not to
between.
No, don't play
it's
yourself.
A tool. Yeah, it's a tool
no,
that's
it's a
available
tool.
for
Use
you
the
to
tool, dog.
innovate.
Absolutely.
So
use
you
the
are
tool.
very innovative in trying to shape how people consume African cuisines.
Absolutely, dog. And I think a lot of people like African cuisine is so great, and I am embarrassed because like every day I'm still trying to figure it out. Europeans, they celebrate, you know, the nonas and in Italy and when you're in France, but Tina, njengabantu amnyama is African. We want to cook good like wabo.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like,
instead of embracing what's ours.
let's embrace what's ours, dog. And when you embrace what's ours, no one can tell us anything.
I love that we're touching on that point because I think I was having the chat with Trevor, but we were just touching on it.
Sure.
Trevor Sturman, I like how he's able to shape this. I think he works around the complexities of trying to have a creative output from his photography and the creatives that he works around with, right?
Yeah.
And the way he just sells it to the world. And I was like, bro, we need pioneers within that space. I think not too many of us are creating for what is global, or what should be consumed globally.
100%.
And we need pioneers in that space.
We do.
We have such amazing talents, such amazing...
It's mad, dog.
Bro.
it's mad. And I think also being in that space, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because following the norm is easy. But for you to say, actually, you know what, I'm going to do it this way. You know, and like with my cooking and like with a lot of the cooking that I see now, I'm like, you know, especially Tina, we South Africans, we love meat. You know what I mean? But you're able to cook a vegetarian dish that can give you a meaty feeling of some sort and have a Zulu man say, I am umnandela. Then you're winning, dog. Because the steak is a steak.
You are.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, for you to have someone like, wow, this is great, and there's no meat, and like it's the cooking and the balance and the textures, and that's what you want. When I want people to eat, they need to have that aha moment. When you eat, you like, you nod your head, and then you go in for the second bite.
Jeez. So what was the peak of your career, or which place was the peak of your career?
Well, I'm like, listen, man. I'm once again, I umuntu ngabantu, right? And as I've said, like I am who I am today because of a lot of people not giving up on me. Because I was a bit of I'm very complex, so to say. You know what I mean? This and
that's the easiest way.
That's the easy way. Yeah. You know, I'm very complex, but I just think from like my lecturers and like the chefs I worked for. Because if I look back, I would have found myself like 10 times over. You know what I mean? I was, dude, it's like it's. But they just saw something in me. So I think. For me, it's like I went to this school of cookery in Cape Town. Yeah. They only take like 48 students. It's a lot of money, and I really underestimated.
So you were like a one of the 48.
You know, one of 48.
Yeah.
And you know, you need to literally be the 110%. And I think for me, dude, the highlight is like the first year I was taking chances. Second year I was like still very, very new. But I think for me when I worked at La Colombe, which at the moment is like one of the top restaurants in the world in South Africa, Cape Town. Yeah. And I worked with this guy, James Garg, who was like he was like the other student. And dude, we cooked some amazing food, man. Yeah. Like you know, when people eat and like we take these things for granted. And I think like the techniques were like, we were getting there, but I was still naughty. And then I think, but the highlight for me was like when I worked at the Roundhouse with Eric Bullpit. This guy's a scorer, dog. The way he looked at vegetables, like it's insane. And I'm like,
I can imagine.
This is me cooking now. And I think that's how I learned how to cook. Because obviously as a chef, it's like we artists.
True.
You know what I mean? It's not like imagine something Nelson Makoma, I must just use one paint, blue, and one brush. It's like you like get the hell out of here type thing, you know?
Yeah.
And I think Roundhouse for me was definitely the foundation, and also did a couple of competitions.
Yeah.
You know, placed, and I'm like, okay, this cooking thing is
it's coming along.
Something can come from it. So yeah, dog. Yeah.
It's funny that you mentioned Nelson Makamba. I was talking to an art curator. There's a gallery in town, Asisebenze.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the curator, I forgot she did mention her name. Just like, I once bought a Nelson Makamba piece, very big portrait for like 1,000. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Because you think at where he is now, and we were just talking about the whole journey of like being an artist.
Sure.
And so I'm wondering, within the culinary space, are they, could you compare the same navigation of the space? Because she was mentioning that Nelson Makamu, or people like Nelson Makamu, often have to leave the country.
Of course.
To go find themselves out there and create what they're doing, only for them to be found by like an Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden back home, no one can afford
or a
you.
Beyonce. Nelson Makamba has dollars, boss. Now you look at the
all of a sudden,
dollars.
No one back home can afford you.
That's the thing.
Is it the same thing for chefs as well?
I think it is, dude. I mean, but hopefully, I really think it's changing over like the last 3 years, because a lot of us, we work in South Africa and we want to work overseas.
Yeah.
You know, because overseas has more guala. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But then, for me, it's like when I'm overseas, I'm not really cooking my food. You know what I mean? Like I've been blessed. I was working in London and working in Southeast Asia and working in America. It was cool being there, but like it wasn't giving me that homey feel. You know what I mean? And for me, I think the important thing is like, I always say this to like a lot of these kids, because a lot of these kids think, I'm going to finish school, going to work into a restaurant, I'm a head chef and making bank. I'm like, there's no bank. It's no bank. So I think with the Nelsons and you look at all these artists, Nelson's only like, we look at all the timeline he's worked, he's only winning now.
Now.
You know what I mean? Now.
That's a very fun conversation.
Abo Maklosa. They've been around, dog. These guys have been for a minute.
Yeah.
David Clary, they've been around. Nothing's like overnight. So I think with us, a lot of things like we want to rush into this being a creative, because you want it. I mean, I know myself from that at times. I want it now, but like it's a really, really a long game, dog.
It's a process.
You know, and I think of Kevin Hart. He once said this quote of like, you think of Usain Bolt, who trains 4 years, dog. To be in the Olympics, just to run for 10 seconds.
Damn.
Imagine how mad that 4 years.
Just for 10 seconds.
10 seconds, Chief. And that's where you're at.
And that moment is a make or break.
Make or break, Chief.
I feel like opportunity times itself like that, you know? It's
Absolutely.
like a capsule.
No, that's the thing,
like
dog. And I think obviously like for me, it's like the talent plays a part, discipline. But I think also what we've seen now in the past couple of years, opportunity as well. Yeah, you need to be an operator. You know what I mean?
For real.
Yeah,
For real.
I think the days of like just being a chef, I want to be a chef and cut onions and.
So what cuts it? Is it hard work or is it just luck?
Dog, as Money Mayweather says it, hard work, dedication, man. But honestly, luck, an opportunity plays
a huge role.
A huge role, you know. And like in South Africa, we have some amazing chefs. Chef David Higgs, Chef Luke Roberts. Guys have been in the game for a minute, dog. No, this is the thing in Tina. Now the guys are nice. You know what I mean? And we've seen them living this, but they've done their time, dog. They've earned their stripes. You know, and I mean, I look at Luke, who's like, I see him as one of the best chefs in the world, and like I remember the one day I was like feeling sorry for myself because we share the same birthday, Chef Luke Roberts. I'm like, Chef, you know, like everyone has a restaurant around me, and it's like, you know, Katlego, like I'm only getting my first restaurant at 35, boss. So all this time I'm having to answer to somebody, yes. Don't rush, dog. Don't rush, and that's the thing. So it's the thing of like ubegezela, and it sucks sometimes.
It does. It does.
really sucks.
I think that's where the greats are made.
Chief. No, that's
Because
the
the
thing.
pressure is in like trying to build up to that one moment.
That one moment.
Where you're actually going to be at the pinnacle of your career.
And that's the thing. When you have that one moment with the trials and tribulations, then when you land, bro, you're honing it. You know what I mean? And no one can tell you anything. And for me, I say like, you know, being where I am now with the cooking shows and the this and this and this, guys, it's been years and years of like tears, and I'm like, why am I doing this? And especially kunzima, like I always say for me, it's like being a black kid coming from the hood.
Yeah.
When you're a white kid, you look up to these white chefs.
Yeah.
But who do you look up to?
Who do you look up to?
And you fight in two battles. You have to prove to your parents that I want to be a chef, and already that's a woman's job.
Jeez.
And then they must pay a lot of money for you to put you through chef school. And then you must still go through industry. Where industry, I mean, in my year, there were only 4 of us, 4 black kids in my college. And from those 4, I'm the only one that graduated. Yeah, dog. It's
That's crazy.
It's mental, dude. It's so mental.
Jeez.
And it's not as I don't think they wanted to quit, but it's a sacrifice, dude. I say to a lot of these kids, Friday nights, they don't exist. You're gonna go see your mates. Are you joking me?
Don't have that.
Sorry, Chef, can I have a Friday night of why? No, it's Golf's birthday party.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
You can miss golf.
You miss out, bro. Birthdays, weddings, like it's.
You miss all of that.
There's a stage where my mates, I'm like, don't invite me out, because Friday night I'm coming out. I've got to work tomorrow. It's a Saturday. Everyone is.
And you're tired.
You're tired, boss.
Yeah.
And everyone can have the luxury of lying in on a Saturday. Guess what? 8:00.
Need to be up.
I'm in London, dude. I've never worked so hard in my life in London.
Damn.
And it was, I mean, London is like one of the food makers of the world. But it was, my partner would come over, and like we were off on Mondays and Tuesdays. Monday, I'm recovering from a heavy week.
Yeah.
Tuesday, I'm waking up.
And you're only starting to
Recover. I'm doing a bit of washing. I'm doing a bit of admin.
Wednesday,
back at it. People want to link up. Oh, bro, Katlego, we're in London. Great. Friday night, I'm at work. And it was hard. But I think it's paid off. It's definitely, I look back now and I like, would I have done anything different? Sure, maybe the stoutness I would have toned down a bit.
Yeah. Really?
But,
because you never really have regrets. Even in the stokeness, you're like, this was bomb. It was mad, but this
you're right. But I do feel, Gav, that as I say, like umuntu ngabantu, and I'm who I am from my lecturers at Silwood, Korean, Granny. Bro, they pushed me, you know what I mean? And maybe I could have done things differently, but we're here now.
You're here. That's what matters.
We're here now, dog. So,
but geez, we touched on the cost it takes to really reach the top.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, you know, a lot of people people want to walk the walk, but but they can't, dude. And like it's sacrifice, dog. You know, and like I always talk about like chefing and these creatives, and that get judged on the spot.
Yeah.
You know, black coffee, you listen to your song, you don't like it, you listen to it again, you kind of understand it. Third time you see.
There's a chance.
Nelson Makoma, you look at his painting.
Like,
I get judged on the spot. I don't have a second chance. You eat my meal, you think it's not good, you go, but I'm like, Katlego's meal is kak. There's no me recovery now, you know what I mean? And that's why I think chefs are so temperamental, because like when you create this meal, you literally putting...
Pour your heart into it.
Yes, you are, dog. And for someone to tell you...
Could be.
You know, what I do at home, I don't care what you do at home.
You're not a chef.
I don't care. And like, you have to be... Yes, ma'am, of course, ma'am. And sometimes you just want to tell them to go jump, but you can't. So... the hard work, and I think for me now, the one thing that also I've gained through this is like the humility. You also need to realize like you're not gonna make everyone happy, dog.
Yeah.
You know,
you need to be okay with that.
You need to be okay with that. People are gonna come with hidden agendas. You need to be okay with that. And that's very, very hard, because chefs are driven by ego, dog.
That's true. That's true. Especially in the space of impressing people, because that's what you do.
That's
That's literally your life.
That's my chat, dog.
You impress people.
You know? And I say to a lot of like these kids, who do you think the most important person is in the kitchen? And they're like, the head chef or the sous chef or... I'm like, no, the pot washer. They are the most important person in the kitchen. Because without them, you can't do anything, dude. Without them washing pots for you, you can't cook.
Can't cook.
Without them washing plates for you, you can't plate.
Jeez. And these are the people that we miss.
And those are the guys that we miss, dog.
Jeez.
Think about it. Without them, you're stuffed. Knives. Think, like, it's mind-boggling. Without them, they're the backbone. They hold
what
kitchens,
everyone in the kitchen.
Everyone, bro.
Everyone.
Pots, pans, plates, knives, forks. That's them, dog. And it's humbling. It's
So
most
for them to
humbling
have that
because
experience as
you
well.
see these guys and like some of them they're getting paid almost close to nothing. But they're the Ronaldos. They're the Messis, dog. They're the guys that like when
They give you that through
when the
pass.
dishwasher doesn't arrive, you're stuffed. It might be from a great service, it might go downhill. Because now it's like, what must happen?
And literally everything comes to a halt.
Everything comes to a halt, bro.
Everything.
Everything. So it's one of those things of like the humility and the humbleness that you like learn through this roller coaster.
Yeah. Yeah. Jeez. What a crazy experience,
Bro,
eh?
it's
all in a lifetime.
All in a lifetime. That's the
And
thing.
it's still going somewhere.
It's still going somewhere.
Never
and
ending.
And it's never ending. And I think for me the exciting part is it's like an onion, man. I mean, I've got a touch of an onion. It's just like all these layers.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what food does, man. I mean, dude, like if I could go on and on, I mean, like I say to a lot of people, I spend a lot of my money. We don't really make a lot of money in this industry. People are like, oh, Katlego, you're on TV. I'm like, please, there's no money. There's no money. We are here on the podcast. I'm like, we do this because I really do what I do because of the love, you know? And I one day when the Lord, I mean, He's blessed me with all these opportunities, the MasterChef. I mean, the fact that I've done season 5 and now we're doing season 6. You know, dude, it's like one of these things that it's the creme de la creme, you know, and like small things of like going to Washington and like cooking at Smithsonian Museum for like Oprah and Barack Obama.
Wanted to touch on that.
Yeah,
Highlights the best celebrity or well-known person in the world that you've cooked for.
Bro, I don't want to be that guy.
Let's hear it.
But there's been a couple.
Yeah.
But I must say, I think for me, we've cooked for a couple. I mean, Jay-Z's definitely there.
Right.
Jay-Z,
Hove.
yeah. No, Hove is there. Obviously with his Mrs. Queen Bee.
Yeah.
But I literally think I've only been starstruck twice in my life with Jay-Z.
Okay.
When it came to the Marabe Club.
Yeah.
But also, I think for President Barack Obama, it was insane. And like, I think for me, when this opportunity came, we went to go cook in Washington, and the brief was like, you know, when we're celebrating Nelson Mandela's 100 years and democracy vibes. And I said, I wanna cook what I enjoy eating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was like a 4 months of planning back and forth, because like now it's like South Africa, it's summer, that side it's winter, so I want to make them like a peppermint crisp tart, but then it's too autumny. I want to make them pickled fish, but then they don't understand it. And I said to them, yo man, I want people to chow what I chow. So to some of the highlights, like I made chakalaka for Barack Obama.
Damn.
It slapped.
He was eating chakalaka.
Bro, it's chakalaka.
Carrots.
And then chakalaka is like the one
Very
thing.
simple, like
very
homely,
simple, dude.
yeah.
And once again, there's no recipe for you on it. You know when it's right.
Yeah,
You know when it lands.
Yeah, like you know what the taste is.
You know,
that's why it
it's
slaps.
balanced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I made like an amasi ice cream for him, but we had to call it creme fraiche, cultured cream. But we all know it was amasi.
It was amasi.
with like strawberries. So I think Barack was definitely the highlight, dog. Like definitely. But I mean, I've cooked for Samuel L. Jackson. What a G.
Jeez.
He's super, super cool, man.
I can imagine, bro. From the movies.
Bring it back
He's a
home.
dope
Black
legend.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
Really dope. Trey Songz.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, like the list goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
But I think for me, the highlight of like cooking for like these celebs that we celebrate
Celebrities, yeah.
is them allowing you to cook for them. I think that's the simplest. Like, if they allow you, obviously there's preferences.
Yeah, true.
But if they're like, yo, man, chef, like, do
Cook
your
something
thing,
up.
dog. I don't
Yeah.
like this, I don't like this, but do your thing.
Yeah.
And I think now it gives you that
Because you can also share a bit of yourself
that's the thing,
in what
dog.
you're doing.
That's the point. You know what I mean? Because
And
like
that's where the artistry is as well.
100%, my guy. Because now, ukamanga burger, chief. You know, the thing is like, and for me, when people are like, oh, I've cooked for Barack Obama, I'm like, great. But like, when he goes to McDonald's, that guy's also cooked for him.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're not that special, my guy.
Yeah.
And as much as it's great cooking for like the celebs, honestly, for me, it's cooking for a Gulf or a Mandla or a Sipo. Someone that I can touch. Because a celebrity, it's a once in a million, boss.
Yeah.
But do Gulf, ngiyamphekela vandag. Next week, I cook for him again.
This is all
And then
okay.
and then it carries on, dog.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's what I think makes me like wake up in the morning. It's like the celebs, what do you cook for a millionaire, dog? What do you cook for? They can have, the world is at the palm of their hands. What do you cook for them? What like
That's why they be slapping
That's
caviar
why-
and everything.
That's the thing, dude. But,
And truffle.
and truffles. You know what I mean? But for Carl's like, bro, I made you this burger,
Yeah.
and I've put a lot of thought into it, and then it slaps. You know what I mean? And that's how I look at it, bro. Like,
Yeah.
we celebrate you, but I want to cook for the one bitch. That's who I am, dog.
That's where you get your
Yeah,
happiness.
that's where I get my happiness.
And how's it been navigating? Because not a lot of chefs become celebrity chefs.
Am I a celebrity? Am I?
I mean,
I
I saw it when you just announced what you're expecting with Esther.
I know.
And-
Listen, I'll be honest with you. That was also a mind
Yeah.
celebrity chef.
Yeah.
I said, me. And my partner's like, oh, you know, celebrity. I said, so, you know what, to be honest, I really suffer at times with like, not at times, I really struggle with like imposter syndrome. And I don't say this, I struggle to taking a compliment. Like, I give compliments.
Yeah.
But like when someone's like, yo, Katlego, you actually like, I'm like, I do this weird thing where I'm looking around.
Yeah, and you're
I'm
like,
nazi.
it's not me.
You know, it's not me. Yes. You know, I always say the show, like, people are like, it's not me, it's my twin brother type thing. But in terms of being a celebrity chef, you know, I think the most important thing is I'm a chef first. You know, and I think that's my backbone, and that's the foundation, dog, because, you know, when all these things come, the master chefs and the Food Network channels and cooking for Barack Obama, and the first thing they look at, am I a chef?
Yes.
You know, and
That's what
and
qualifies you.
That's what qualifies me. And skateboarding, I suck at skateboarding. Swimming, I'm okay.
Okay.
But cooking, that's me, dog.
Yeah.
That's the one thing Uti, no one can tell me anything. Oh, like it's that arrogant thing. I'm like, chief, you can tell me a lot of things.
But you can't tell me about this one.
Not that, bro. And I think Unkulunkulu put me on this earth to make people happy, bro, and like and cook, you know. So in terms of the celebrate, it's nice, dude. It's nice because the gate come and I'm able to save a bit of cash and buy myself a nice sneaker and get a tattoo and get more piercings, you know.
Just do what you like.
Do what I like, but also I think for me the important thing, dude, is leaving that legacy of some sort and inspiring, dude. Because, you know, we all know it when you see someone, especially when you see that person on TV, you're like, yo,
He's big now.
he's big, and he's from Islam.
Yeah.
And that's,
and it's,
you know,
it's a sense of pride.
It's a sense of
actually,
pride, dog.
To say, damn, look at this
Like,
guy.
this guy, this you know, this is the guy, like, I think for me, my homies, like my close friends, they're like, they don't see me as, they see me as quiet because my nickname's quiet. They're like, it's quiet, man. Like, people are like, oh my God, it's like quiet. You know what I mean? So I think for me, dude, that's the important thing. And with the celebrity thing, I also want my tribe, they always remind me to stay humble, dog. Because I think that's why I don't like this, because people get lost, eh?
They do.
You think you're a Skoro.
Yeah. All of a sudden.
And you're not.
And everyone must say yes to everything you want to say.
And that's when it loses the beauty of it.
God complexity.
You know what I mean, Chief? And I'm like, my guy, you're just cooking food. And I always say to people, bro, I am not an aeronautical engineer.
Yeah.
I'm not finding the cure of cancer. I'm just cooking food. I'm taking a nice piece of fish, I'm putting salt on, and I'm cooking it well. That's it.
That's all you're doing.
That's all I'm doing, bro.
It's the same conversation we had with Tools as well. I'm like, so what grounds you guys?
I
bring
love
in
Tools,
space?
dog. Tools is, because we've done a couple of things together. He is so cool, dude.
I'm like, what grounds you? And it's the same thing, bro. Like,
Because
if you
we
have
see Tools.
a
Tools
community, exactly,
He's
right?
there,
right?
dog.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, man. That's the thing, because you get lost, bro. You got, And I've seen with a lot of guys that, and I'm like, you know, you're so cool, but like that arrogant thing, it's made you less cool, dude.
It messes up.
It messes up,
your
dude.
gift.
It's how it tastes. That's the thing. Now it's like, rather be pari. Now, when people ask me, like, what do you do? I'm like, I just cook.
That's all I do.
And some of them holidays, and then it slaps. People are like, yo, oh,
You're doing your.
you don't just cook.
You do it, yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, well, God.
Because your holiday, this guy's holidays are crazy.
Nah, dog. Like, and I think
crazy.
and for me, it's like the simple things, dog. It's really the simple things that make such a big factor. Like us, and the things like we life's too short for smoke and mirrors, man, dude. Like, you know, like people ask me what's my last. If I ask you my last meal, man, ipapa, chakalaka, ushatini, and a lamb chop. That's cool.
No, nice shatini.
Bro, you know what I mean?
After a good gig.
That's it.
Wake up in the morning.
My guy.
Slaps.
My guy. I don't know hear about scallops or foie or truffles or no.
An octopus.
No, I know, dude. No, that's not me.
That's not
dog.
you. Yeah.
My last meal on earth. That's what I'm a child, dude. And give me like a nice glass of khamer. You know what I mean? Rostoni. You know what I mean? Okay, maybe a young black label. I mean, you know. But I'm like,
to keep the colloquy.
just dude. But with that being said, and that's what I think. Like sometimes simplicity is key, dog.
True. I think that's what everyone maintains so well, and we often happen to miss that.
Yeah.
Because of how we want to impress at times, and I say this specifically to a lot of South African creatives or artists in general. They turn to lose a sense of themselves or where they come from because of that.
Absolutely.
Especially
dog.
when we're touching on the whole idea of shaping what is consumed local for the global space. You know, you go into the global space, and all of a sudden, you're the chef of the truffles and the caviar, and that's what we know you for.
That's the thing.
That's like you've never had nyama and nhloko.
Dog, and the inyama and nhloko is like slaps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
think for me, like, once again, you know, like always, I've got a couple of mates that are Psalms, and always like chefs and like Psalms have this argument because the sommelier opens a great bottle of wine.
Yeah.
I just pours it.
Yeah.
And tells about the terroir and the berries and this and this. Where now you take a raw ingredient and you transform it into something, dude. When the spot is done for you, bro. And now I'm like, Chief, now you come in, you work less hours than me, you get paid double what I'm getting paid. You know what I mean? You're like, yeah, you know, these are berries. Oh, you know, you smell the blackberry. I'm like, mate, there's no blackberries there. Just pour the wine.
I think because of the front experience, also the perception that comes with you serving that
Absolutely,
wine.
dog. You know, absolutely. And I think for me it's like, but once again, it's like behind every successful chef is his team. You know, and I think that's with all the accolades that I have and all the achievements that I have, dog. I've had amazing sous chefs. I have amazing CDPs. You know, because you want guys that like have that vision. You want guys when I'm like, guys, I want it to be like this. When I'm not there, it should be like this. Because humans are very tricky, dog.
True.
You know? And Daniel Ballou, one of my favorite chefs, behind every successful chef is his team, dog. Because those are your ride or dies.
Yeah.
We're in the trenches, dog. And we've had moments. I mean, like, I've had amazing sous chefs, dog. Like, and the sous chef, unfortunately, he takes hit everywhere. Because, like, the chef, I'm giving him beans. The team, he's giving beans. And he needs to keep that composure.
Team.
Because the chef, I think Katlego walks around, hey guys, everyone having a good time? You know what I mean? The sous chef's there. That's fine. He's the dagger boy. He's the dagger boy. And that's the thing, dog. It's the team that like makes the chef, dog. It's very, very important. Like without your team and I always say with like Marabi, with like I've been blessed where I had Marabi, the space was given to me, and I mean, dude, it was my first restaurant in Maboneng, and there was like pressure, and you know, like the people that gave me this the opportunity, they believed in me.
Yeah.
And it took me a year and a half to like have the right team, dude. Because the first 6 months, like, and you know, and I normally say to people when they come for interviews, spend 3 days with me.
Yeah.
I don't care about your CV. Your CV,
it's what you have on paper.
It's on paper, and also you can also like add a lot of spice and aromat.
Yeah.
Spend 3 days, because maybe that's not the kitchen for you. Because I'm intense in the kitchen, dude. Because you're only as good as your last meal. And I will not. I can't apologize for being a perfectionist. That's the one thing I can't
That's a
apologize
beautiful
for.
point you touch on.
I
'cause
can't, dude.
I always wonder, like, how do chefs deal with the pressure? People don't understand. You guys are like surgeons in the kitchen.
Chief. And you think about it with like a lot of these restaurants. Like, I mean, obviously, like we've got, but like we at Morabi used to only work, even Kuru as well. We only worked dinner service. But you'd come in at 7 o'clock in the morning, dog, to prep the whole day,
Damn.
just for 3 hours. Mental, dude.
And the entire day, I'm not thinking about what
The
I'm
whole
gonna
day,
have.
bro. Like one of my restaurants in Russian Freda. Oh, I love Russian Freda, man. Oh, one of the most beautiful. But like we were closed on Sundays and Mondays.
Yeah.
And we only did dinner, 40 covers from Tuesday to Saturday.
Yeah.
And bro, it was like proper fine dining. Like, and on Monday evening, my girlfriend would hate me because at 8 o'clock I was thinking about work. I'm thinking about the potatoes. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about that. And they're like, I was miserable. Because I'm like in my head, okay, tomorrow potatoes. Okay, cool, this and this. And chefs are surgeons. We literally, you want to push. And it's as Marco, it's not personal, dog.
Yeah.
Things are said in service that are not meant. But it's about the guest. Because when Garth is there with his better half, you don't care if Katlego had a bad day or if he fought with this cherry last week
Sure.
or last night, he didn't sleep. You don't care, especially with the money that you're paying, bro.
Yeah.
And that's my chat. And I'm like, people spend so much money. And I say to my chefs, would you eat this? Would you pay for this?
If
No,
you
chef.
were the one, yeah.
So why then someone else must pay for it? Why must someone else pay for it?
Crazy.
And it's selfish. And like the things like you could always, I mean, there's always ways of like going around and beating around the bush. But for me, I'm like, I know this thing was made last week. And now you could freeze it and I could serve you something that's like, but I'm like, I know though that is from last week. I know. And there's a lot of things that shifts that I know, dog. So
That's
just
from
the hard
last
part,
week.
yeah. And there's shortcuts. There's shortcuts, dude. There's always shortcuts. But when it's service is sacred. Service, it's yes chef, no chef. And that's the hierarchy in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I don't, for those 3 hours, if I don't like you, Golf, man, you're, because I need you. We're going through a war, dog.
Yeah. It's like a leg and an arm.
It's a leg and arm, bro. Now we're in the trenches and we're getting slammed, bro. And Katlego, Tati Oyam last week, we don't care, boss.
Let's keep it going.
Friday night, you're in 150 covers. I need you. Let's go. And it's very, very hard because sometimes emotions, bro. Things are said in service that are not meant. But it's one of those things.
Jeez. Now let's sip on this wine and take it home.
Okay.
We have a Juno Grenache Noir.
Okay.
Not really sure about it. 2023.
Listen, I like a Grenache. I like a Grenache.
You like a Grenache?
I actually, but also, dude, the amazing thing is like South Africa has some of the best wines in the world, dog.
It does. Truly.
You know what I mean?
Not
And you
even,
look at,
like you barely even know what the inspiration is because the blends. It's crazy.
it's a movie, dog.
It's insane.
It's a movie. And also, I think a lot of the Europeans or a lot of they come here and they're like, such great wine for a fraction of the price compared to paying, because no one's really buying a bottle of wine in Europe because it's hella expensive, dog. You know what I mean? But here we're like, okay, and it's great wine.
Yeah, we
dude.
have good selections of wine, bro, and for like
It's
almost nothing with the amount of time and preciousness.
Great
that is
wine,
put
dog.
into almost nothing. Well, chef, let's have ourselves.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. No, too many more. I say life's too short to drink mediocre wine and eat mediocre food. You know what I mean?
I love that.
Oh yeah. No,
Very light, but still
fruitful.
Very fruitful, very fruitful. This is, by the way, a selection that was put together by African Diamond. They have this whole wine experience that they like to create. I know they're doing a couple of events around town, I think, soon.
Well, when we get the invite, Scalf, maybe we can go.
Yeah, I know. We'll check around.
When we get the invite,
and be like,
you know.
yo, pop by and,
Yeah.
and have. But I'm gonna be getting some of their cases soon, so I'll probably also send you some. So you
It's
can
really,
enjoy.
guys. Yeah. No, we're waiting.
So you
yeah.
can enjoy it. But let's take it home, man. You're expecting.
Bro,
Come on. You?
My guy.
A father?
dog, tell me about it.
Oh, congrats to you, but dog, like I'm
No,
really happy for this.
Thank you. Listen, dog. Like I still pitch myself every single day, and I want the baningi, girl. People are like, "Katlego, you?" I said, well, we're at that age now, but once again, I think
yeah.
my partner Esther, she is flipping amazing, man. And I honestly, she's also played a massive role, a huge role. In fact, I think as much as my May's playing influence, Esther May, my partner, I'm who I am. She shaped and she took a lot of my kake. Dude, I'm very difficult. You know what I mean?
So you've said.
And I say this, but we're expecting late November.
That's soon.
It's soon, dude. I mean, it's gonna be a baby boy.
Oh.
Thank God. If it
Oh,
was
yeah,
a girl,
no.
If it was a
We
girl,
all got a hint
We've been
with
praying for
the
the dad
balloons.
since. We've been praying for the dad since.
Ngathi fine.
No,
No, I mean, I blame the food. I was like, maybe in the food, the diets,
you know what I
right.
mean. But yeah, I'm very and like it's first grandson from my side, and it's gonna be a beautiful. I don't know if I can say this, but a cappuccino baby dog. It's gonna be a great mix masala. You know what I mean? They're gonna be so we're very excited, dude. But the one thing is, they will not be a chef. They can't. Let them be a doctor, engineer, make money.
Want them somewhere different.
I'm gonna retire, boss. I'm gonna retire.
I see.
Yes.
Retirement children.
Retirement kids. Now, if they're chef, they
But you guys are nice. You can someone put them in F1.
listen. F1, you know what I mean, dog. But
superstar.
But honestly speaking, I'm very excited, and I think for me, once again, a kid is raised by a village. You know what I mean, and you're part of the tribe now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and so yeah, dude, it's gonna be another layer. It's gonna be another layer of like I guess growing, and also it's like MasterChef. We start also shooting MasterChef season 6.
Yeah.
Like soon.
Yeah.
So it's the balancing act. You know what I mean? And I think for
Being
me,
present for both.
being present for both. And I
Yeah.
think also, dude, it's a big factor now, especially does like being as a black dad. You know what I mean, dude? Because it says about Zalbechi, they sacrificed a lot. You know what I mean? But like times have changed. And I think it's up to us to actually like be there, dog. I want to be able to play catch with my lights. I don't think we play catch in South Africa, but I'm just, you know what I mean?
I get what you mean.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean, dude?
Just be around. See them
Be
walk.
around, dog.
See
You know
them
what I mean?
run
See
for the
them
first
work.
time.
Exactly, dude.
Ride their cycle and
You know
fall
what I mean,
like
dude? So
5 times on their bum.
I am kacking my brooks a bit. But
No,
I'm very
definitely.
excited. I'm very excited, dude. So,
I'm so happy for you, man.
thank you, dog.
So
Thank you.
happy for you.
Thank you very much. And yeah, man. Yeah. Some things are just yeah. But yeah.
Mind-boggling.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
And your relationship with Esther, you guys, she's been there for a very long time of your journey, or?
Dude, she's been there for a very long time. A lot of people tend to ask how we met. I say life, Tinder, dog. Tinder's life. Maybe not anymore. But I think
Yeah, definitely not anymore.
Not anymore. Yeah, no, nice. No,
Definitely.
nice. It's a chat for another time. You know what I mean? But she's been there, and like also with, like when I was in London, because I think for me, dude, like the whole mental health. I'm a massive advocate for that, because mental health is quite a big thing in amongst black men. Amongst hospitality, because dude, we fight demons every single day.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
And with like I think I'm a runner. I'm actually been training for the last couple of months I'm running my first marathon in October, the Cape Town Marathon, and I'm just looking at other vices, because there's a lot of substance abuse in hospitality, dog, because you work so hard
To
dude.
cope.
To
Yeah.
cope, my guy.
That's all I was saying. You guys are surgeons in the
Chief,
kitchen.
you surgeons,
dealing with
and like
that
that's the
pressure.
thing, dude. You're working 16, 18, and obviously like things are getting better now. But like you're working 16, 18-hour shifts, bro.
people-
It's Saturday night.
I don't think normal people realize how hectic
No, dude,
retail
and
demands out of a person.
player. Your half day, your full day is my half day. You know when I work like a 9-hour shift, I'm like, oh, today was a great day. Today was a lovely day.
Jeez.
So with that being said, like with Esther's being there with my highest and my lowest, and also I think she's also helped me to be vulnerable, dog. You know, it's nice. It's okay not to be okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I
Very
think
much
for
so, yeah.
they see Gulf smiling and Katlego smiling, but also we just need to chat.
True.
It's very important to do it, because umhlabu uyahlaba. You know what I mean, bro? And the last thing you want is like, but he seemed fine. You know what I mean? Like how all of a sudden, you know what I mean? So with that being said, man, London was mad, dog. London was like the moments were like very rock bottom.
Yeah.
And also questioning myself. And yeah, once again, everyone sees on Instagram, Katlego's living his life, he's eating at these restaurants.
Having the time of his life.
Bro, but Esther was there and my mates were there. You know what I mean? And like, and I say this because I'm also a guy that wears my heart in my sleeve. And not everything can be unicorn and rainbows. Sometimes, mhlabi yahlaba, guys.
Yeah.
You know, but we speak about it because I think for me, it's like, we are in these positions where these kids look up to us, bro. And all it takes for you to change one.
And mess up the whole thing.
That's
And I think a lot of us are losing that in the space. A lot of kids now don't have much to look up to
100%.
because of how also flooded it's
Bro.
sort of been like in the space. You know, now we have what you call an influencer. And this is someone
And
that
we've
can...
had this chat before, remember?
Right.
I'm like, come on, who are you influencing? What are you influencing?
This is someone that can like be known for the wrong reasons. I mean, Kim Kardashian did it, but she had a good turnaround. But I don't think everyone is Kim Kardashian.
No, and that's bro. And I'm glad you say that. Not everyone's a Kim Kardashian.
Exactly.
Not everyone can be a Ronaldo or a Messi. Like, unfortunately, not everyone can be a golf. You know, charming, good cheekbones. You know what I mean? Like, not everyone can be that guy, bro. You know. And I think that's why we get lost in that. The facade of Instagram, bro. Like, a lot of these kids like, oh my God, Chef, you're on TV, you're on Instagram. I'm like, guys, it took me 17 years. I was called everything and anything underneath the sun. And you dip, bro. You dip. And I've had homies that have, you know, you find yourself lost and you put all sorts of things in your body to try to fill that void.
Damn.
But you still feel empty. And I speak personally. I've been in that space. And like, I remember my lecturer at Korean when I was in college. She's like, Katlego, you know, you got so much potential. So much potential. But like, you're just catching on cack.
And you need such people in
And you,
life.
bro.
You need, because they put you back in the real
Chief,
way.
what's
Like,
he? And then never. She's like, the problem is like, she's like, you try to compare yourself to your white friends, Katlego. It's like, your mom passed away, your dad is there. It's like, she's like, I'll fail you, dog. You wanna be for the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And bro, and as I say, like, all the chefs that like grew me, I don't know how they saw something. Chief was but once again, it's
menace.
like, and that's why for me now it's like, annoying better is doing better, dog. You know, and I want to inspire, dog. Because Baning, there's a Galv out there, there's a Katlego out there, there's a Mandla out there, there's a Vusi out there, there's a Moses out there, and all they need is that. For me, it's like just
that
inspire
little
one
push,
person.
yeah.
That's what I want to do. Inspire one person.
That's
bro.
very true. That's very true.
And I've done something.
One person you gain impact on,
Bro,
can
and I
influence
know.
a whole lot of people.
And it's a ripple and a snowball
Yeah,
effect, dog.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And like, and I mean, we, as you said, dog, there's so much hardships, and especially with Tina, as you know, black men, we are made as black. You can't cry.
Must be strong.
You must be strong. I want to cry sometimes, dog.
I was sharing a piece. I was writing down that I was tearing down. It's my brother's birthday today.
Okay.
So I'm like, I was listening to the song Nomthandazo by
Sharp. I got it,
And
yeah.
I'm like, I was tearing down because now I'm thinking about like the prayers that my mom put into.
Bro.
Even in creating that text, I'm like, should I put this? I'm like, nah.
Because I'm hard.
I'm like, let me just go and I'm gonna put it.
You know what I mean?
It's whatever.
But being vulnerable, dude. And like, I think for me, like, as you said, dude, like, this being my first, like, podcast, it's such a big thing for me because, like, being vulnerable, like, I think is one of the most authentic things ever, dog. Because, you know, you see these guys, you think, and sometimes it's just nice to realize, like, yeah, this guy's just human like me, dog.
Right? I think that's what a lot of people miss.
That's the thing for me. It's like, I mean, now, the fact that we can chill and have a glass of wine, but also in times of tough, we can eat Russian and chips and Sasko bread. You know what I mean?
And it's okay.
It's okay, dog. We can't be eating caviar and oysters
All
no
the
way.
time.
That's how.
All the time.
But for me, it's like being vulnerable is like, it makes me authentic.
Yeah.
And I think the one thing that, like, right now I'm really working on is being authentic, dog. Like, it's hard. It's hard because, like, saying no, I don't want to do it without feeling bad, especially also in industry, because like being a black chef, there's a lot of exploitation, so to say. So the brands come, chief. People will come and say, hey, nai 500 hour, but you must do this. I'm like, but that's not me, dude.
I'm not gonna do it.
I can't. You know what I mean? And that's why I think, like,
It's crazy that you keep on touching back on the
and
points
I
was
keep
having
saying that
with-
because, like, even with podcasts, bro. And, like,
Yeah.
I mean, it being my first podcast, a lot of people have reached out. But I want to talk with the outie, dog. You know what I mean? There's certain things I know nothing about, but, like, I don't want to be like, like,
yeah.
I'm here, dog. You know what I mean? And I want to speak, and I want to be in a space where I feel safe and comfortable.
Yeah.
Without, because sometimes things can go, like, you know what I mean? And it's hard, bro. It's really, really hard at times because at the end of the day, passion doesn't pay the bills. You know, but we are here, dog.
And as a man, it becomes one of the hardest, most
but that's the
difficult
same.
things to chase.
It was like, very cleaning, dog. I'm like, no, I just want to chill. Can I be soft serve? I want to be milk lane. I want to be soft. Soft serve, dog. You know what I mean? Let me be soft. But obviously these things come with time, dog. But I think for me, honestly, like being vulnerable and speaking, dog. And once again, like it's okay not to be okay, dude.
Yeah.
You know, but as Kulumen as gents,
voice things out.
and rather sibambane, dog.
Yeah.
Ngibambe isandla than being another Ricky double HP, or you know what I mean, bro. It sucks.
Does.
It sucks, though.
Because you end up losing great people.
You end up losing great people.
Because the things that are really fixable, honestly, if you like look into it, like
and I bring it back to like being in chefing. It's such a cutthroat industry, and everyone wants to. And like when I say like chefs are driven by an ego, for you to be a chef, you need your team, you need your pot washers. But the reason Chef's Lover was like, I'm the best. I'm that guy. You're like, no, my guy. Like, yeah, but for you to be this, all of us are there. You know what I mean? But that's what drives us, dog.
True.
That's
also.
that's in the
competitiveness. Because people don't know competitiveness in the chefing. It's crazy.
My guy,
it's on another level.
I crave.
You guys are like F1 drivers.
Chief, I'm so in the kitchen. Like it's insane. Like Mandla, my manager, when it's go time, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm not your bra now. Let's go, boss. Trevor, let's go.
Yeah.
And like, it's so scary, but like it's close to like being almost not okay in the head because you pushing perfection, and sometimes there's this high and then you dip. And then you do all sorts of funny things, you know? And I say to a lot of these kids when I go to like these schools, have healthy habits. A glass of wine is great. You know what I mean? But don't
abuse it.
Don't abuse it, dog.
Yeah, don't abuse it.
Because the problem is like, you finish, then you get lit, and then you hang over, and then you get lit. And I've seen it, I've experienced it, and it's not like a dog. It's not like, and for me, like, I wish then, I mean, I had a couple of like good man's chefs, but I really wish I had something like, yo, cut it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're
And
doing
that's
a
what I
little
want to
bit
do.
too
I want to
much
say, don't do too much, boss.
Yeah.
Taste.
Yeah.
Don't dive in.
I'm
No.
not saying don't have fun.
Don't have fun. Yeah,
but
exactly.
Understand where you
Absolutely,
need to stop,
bro.
you know?
100%.
And yeah, you did mention also with the discipline.
Discipline, dude. Like it's...
But looking back in your experiences, your childhood, how you got to work your way up amidst the adversities of being black, being a chef, pioneering, sharing your view of what food is within the global spectrum, serving celebrities, and just having fun as well in all of that, having your flaws and being able to own up to some of them and being able to work around it as well. What is your lasting impact? And for a kid that is trying to navigate in that space as well, who's saying, I'm here in Sakasi, I want to be a chef, I want to be as great as Katlego one day.
Sharp.
What's the lasting impact that you want to leave for them? And what are the words of sentiment and mentorship, if I can phrase it that way?
I mean, I think mentorship is a big thing for me, dude. But also before, you also need to realize, like, in order for you to be a scorer, you need to put in the time, right? And with a lot of this, going back to what we were saying, you know, a lot of these kids, they see this facade on Instagram and social media, and you're going to be a Kim Kardashian overnight. Overnight, you know what I mean? So I think for me, with my words, like, you need to be true to yourself, and you know that what you're about to dive in is hard. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it, right? And you think about an athlete, dog.
That's
An
very-
athlete,
that's very
athletes,
true.
athletes go through the most, dog. You know, we
All the
see
time,
them now, and we see the soccer players, but training, it's insane, dude.
I remember seeing, I think this guy was doing a review. He's like, if you look closely at how Ronaldo's training, you can see the
Bro.
cuts or the different bone
Chief,
structures.
Ronaldo say you open his
in his
fridge,
leg.
it's just water and veggies, boss. There's no wine. There's no wine. You know what I mean? It's insane.
For me, that was crazy.
it's
I'm
so
like,
uncomfortable.
So this guy is breaking his leg
Bro.
every time he's playing.
Bro,
And he's completely fine with
he's
that.
completely fine with that. But like, with that being like, you need to be uncomfortable to be comfortable. And for me, it's like, dude, I wanna mentor and I wanna create the next generation of like rockstar chefs. I don't want a 6 or a 5. You must be an 8 or a 10. That's how I'm wired. But you know that with that, it comes with a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah.
And if you're willing to sacrifice that, I used to say to kids, guys, me, I'll take underneath my armpit. But just know the next 5 years, it's
gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
But at the end, dog, when you look back, you're like, oh,
You'll be grateful.
you'll be grateful. You know what I mean? And I think for me, it's like also with being umfana Pumelokshini, and with the hardships,
Yeah.
we deal with demons every single day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not that easy for us because you have to be a brother and you have to be a cousin and a shoulder to lean on, fruity moms and all of those things. And sometimes you just want to be a kid. I just want to be a kid that goes to college and cooks what he cooks and comes home. So I think for me, the important thing is like sacrifice, man.
Yeah.
And I know the word sacrifice is thrown around loosely because, I mean, we know what sacrifice is, but Abazalbe to sacrifice more for us to be where we are. You know what I mean? So there's not really a comparison.
I always
so to
leave
say.
that to perception because in the recent conversation I was having with a friend, I'm like, there's a script in the Bible that says, I'm just going to paraphrase,
Sharp.
but the synergy of the story is that everyone is given an opportunity under the sun. Whether rich, whether poor, whether weak, whether strong,
Sharp.
we're all
We
given
all
an
have, yeah.
opportunity to do something, right? And the conversation I was having with him is like, you know, the battles that you have because you are looking at yourself and like, I don't really have much, versus
yes.
versus the battles of a kid who's being driven in a Rolls Royce to school. Both of you are looking at life from the same perspective because
Absolutely.
you're both challenged and you both have your ways of dealing with the challenges.
That is true,
And
dog.
to him, those are the most important things and the most important struggles of his life.
Yeah.
You cannot tell him anything.
Next.
You understand? So it's there's power of perception also in
No.
the struggles. You know?
100%,
It's
dude.
uncomparative because of how you can look at it from a landscape of what life is. But if you're looking at it from a personal perspective, it's like, it's hard, bro.
No, as I say, umhlabi uyahlaba,
Yeah.
dog, you know what I mean? But I think for me, it's like it's the sacrifice and being true to yourself, man. And and also like make the mistakes. Don't try to be perfect, dog, because like you end up going local.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's the discipline and sacrificing. And for me, dude, like when I have my words of information and when I have my perception, dude, I put this out to the world. I want to be the first black male chef to have a Michelin star. But unfortunately, there's a guy, Charlie Good, who's based in
you to
Brooklyn. But he's also a scorer. He's scorer,
yeah,
good-looking guy. You know, he's a vibe. So now I'm like, okay, what do I do now? So I want to be the first black male chef in Africa.
Africa
for a
to
star,
do
dog.
it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it did come.
So you never stop pushing
I never
the
stopped.
inception. You just recreate what it is.
You adapt
And keep
boss.
going.
Yeah, but Tina, it's South Africa. You have
And
to.
keep
You have to.
going.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But for me, it's
yeah.
like, and there'll always be like I was saying the other day. I was talking to my partner and I was talking about like a stop nonsense. It's like, what's a stop nonsense? I'm like, it's a wall. It's like, what is that? I'm like, but a wall stops nonsense. You know what I mean? Like it's, and that's the thing. Like you never get around a stop nonsense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And bro, it's just pushing, putting your head down, but most importantly, humility, dog. Humility will be one of those things that, like, I think it's one of the biggest currencies. That
It's a
lot of people
connector.
are- It's a connector.
It's a connector.
Because sometimes I've experienced it where I'm like, when I've messed up in the kitchen, I'm like, yo, chef, I'm sorry. What do I do to fix this? Not good colors, but no, Gulf ate the breakfast. And no, chef. Chef, I'm sorry. What should I do to fix it? Humility, bro.
Yeah.
Biggest currency. But sure.
Love that. But yeah, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Master Chef himself, season 6 coming up. I equally as excited to see this man on TV. And also your contestants. Those are usually the very interesting people.
Listen, man. The contestants for me, honestly speaking, I think is what they make the show.
Yeah.
And Mzansi has,
They
Mzansi has
personalize it.
so much magic. Like
For real.
it's
Shout out to
insane.
everyone who's really
Like
creating.
honestly, guys, Mzansi, Santana and Boga,
Yeah.
bro. It's as much as we go to Europe, and there's not that. You know when you come in the mood like Gator and something like Gator, bro. They made.
Can't do that in Europe.
My partner's like, why do you greet everybody? I'm like, I like greeting people. Even when he's like, hater, already, boss. I don't need to know.
It's a communal thing.
In Europe, I'm like, hey, how are you? They're like, they look at me like, I'm like, and that's what we have in South Africa, dog. That's what we have in South Africa.
No, yeah. Well, thank you very much for honoring your invitation once again, Chef.
Brother, thank you.
Really appreciate you being in the space, sharing openly your experiences, what you're currently expecting.
Yeah,
the show.
And listen, I mean, I think for me, once again, like, I say this, Scarf, like, from the bottom of my heart, when we all win. You know what I mean? It's very, very important. Like, I'm here to honor Ogulf. I'm here to honor my peers, my parents, because, guys, for us to be on top, if you don't have your bras around you, it's lonely. It's lonely on top.
Yeah.
You don't have your bras with you, dog.
For real. I was having that conversation early in the week. I'm like, bro, if I'm going to make it alone, then I'd rather not.
No, why?
Because what am I going to do at
Chief,
the top alone?
I want to be the girl. I'm like, yo.
I need to go get new friends.
No, dude.
And be like, reintroduce myself.
It's umsebenzi, bro.
And now they know me as Garth. They don't know Unkosnat.
No, you know what I mean? Now it's like, no. So I think for me, thank you for having me, dog. And honestly, thank you for putting me on this platform where we get to chat and get to inspire. Yeah. And I mean, and get to be real, dog.
I'm glad to have you, man. They say third time is the charm.
Third time is the charm.
Never been this comfortable in having a guest. Well, no, nothing against all the other ones, but yeah.
No, basically what he's saying is I'm cooler. I'm nothing against you.
I'm joking. I didn't say that.
That's a joke.
I didn't say that.
We joke, we kid.
But anyway, guys, thank you very much for your support and love. And yeah, we are definitely going to be focusing on growing the community now. It's been something that's been in my heart. Life has been lifing, but now we are definitely going to be real in it. Engage, share your comments. Let's form and build this platform. Without you, I am not going to reach where I want to reach, you know? The whole idea is to create and perceive what we are locally to the global world, because every single project, every single creative space I'm going to be in, that's the whole thing I'm trying to inspire. There's a lot of us doing things for us to consume locally, but not enough that's being shared globally. And South Africa has a lot to offer, not only to Africa, but to the world. A lot of us have already invested into recreating scenes already. Piano's killing it. You guys are killing it. Bro, so many things are killing it.
It's a movie.
But there's no one who's saying, actually, this is where the culture belongs, and this is how the inception of it is supposed to be. And yeah, we're trying to recreate that. Like someone in New York, a bodega baby must be looking up to something in South Africa and be like, yeah, this is South African.
But
you know?
But this is my chat. We are so cool, dog. Like, and I say this, like, sorry, I know we've been chatting, but like I was saying to him, like my partner the other day, like being cool is like you can't buy from the shop. It's either you cool or you not, dog.
Yeah.
You can't say, sorry, I'll have 3 packets of cool, please. No, it's either you cool or you not, dog. And in life, you all have that one cool blah.
Yeah.
That's just, he's cool, dog. He's cool.
And you don't know why.
You don't know why.
But
He's
this
just
guy's
cool.
really cool.
And South Africans are cool, dog.
Yeah.
We're just cool.
Yeah.
That's
for
the
sure.
beauty of it. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not American, it's not English, man. Like, we cool, dog. We cool. And that's the shit I fucks with, though. Watch out.
Chef.
No, my brother.
Cheers.
Thank you.
To many more. And yeah, like, share, subscribe, join the family, and let's keep on growing. Let's keep on growing.
Let's
Sky's
keep
the
on
limit.
growing. The sky's the limit.